This is since we start tracking Q2. We had 51 deals. Right now, Q3 2024, we looked at 385 leads. So our goal is to every time something touches on the market, if that fits in our zone, we want to see it. And then we want to be able to see it all the time. That's what Phil was talking about yesterday, that if a deal shows up here, if it shows up here again, we get the storyline of it, right? That's our lead type. This was about a month old, multifamily. It's about 101 leads that we had at that point. I took a snapshot. Land, we got 20, new development 6, flex space 3, as you can see. So we cannot measure. Why do we measure, if you ask? Because depending on the macroeconomics, different asset class will have a different pressure. Different asset class will have a different price expectation. We adjust. I'll give an example. When coming out of the COVID side, we knew that that inflation will kick in. It was a given. The amount of money we pumped, money has to go through the system, and that wrecks. And it just happens all the time. But we did not know how it's going to happen, right? So everybody was buying everything on a bridge debt because they can't pay anything on a, as is scheduled. You have to pay on a pro forma, everybody. We have done 2 with that one as well. But once we get that flavor of it, we took a polar opposite stand. We said everything that we buy must be on a fixed debt. We got pushed out from the whole multifamily domain. We got pushed out from anything above a $10 million deal. So it was a push out. We are, that I talked about. First deal was a $16 million. Our second deal was $8 million, $6 million. Third deal was a $60 million. Then we decided, hey, market is turning. It's going to go somewhere else. Stop. We did another 7 deals after that. Everything on a fixed debt, everything on a smaller, $5 million, $6 million bank loan. But we all had fixed debt. We are riding pretty fancy last year and this year. So those macroeconomics, we pay attention, and we kind of navigate as you kind of go through. So our way of looking at it is that we are a finance company first, and then we go deploy the money. Our money should not care the location and the color of the brick and size of the unit. Our money's job is to make more money, as long as you do the ethical things and the right things, right? So that's how we kind of switch. So depending on the business plan, depending on the macroeconomics, we'll change what type of product to buy, what type of product not to buy. Example, for the multifamily folks, right? Between $10 to $20 million deals, we stop looking at it. The reason being is that if you do underwrite 10 to, again, I'm kind of generalizing. If you underwrite 10 to $20 million deals, typically you have to raise about 40 to 50% of the deal. That means if I'm looking at a $15 million deal, I have to raise $5 to $6 million to buy that asset. But the return on effort to raise that $5 to $6 million today is like 10 times than 2 years ago. That means too much work. Numbers not enough. So we stopped looking at it a long time ago, right? But I see people is still going out there looking at it. There was a gentleman on a call. He said, yeah, I just put a $9 million under contract. I have to raise $4 million. I have 45 days. I was like, tough luck, brother. But if you come to the other side, I love you, but I can see points of failures because it is just tough. The sentiment, the return, the timeline, the product is just not aligned. So we're always looking at that way and we adjust as we go, and that flavor shows up as you kind of go through, right? Our goal is to get more, more margin or whatever the margin that we're looking for and solve for that one.
Click on the link in the comment below for you to start changing your life with us right now.